and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So today we're here with Dawn and Julia Creates, and today was Julia's turn. Wow, the amount of stuff that we get to use in this one is just crazy, absolutely crazy. So let me run through the list. So the wish list for this challenge is we have 2 distress inks. So I've gone with old paper. I might change that one yet. And I've gone with black soot. So those are the 2 distress inks. We're allowed flowers, which are behind me. I haven't put them in. I'll probably bring my flowers in right at the end, just because I have a huge drawer of them. We're allowed our gems. So I have my gem pot. Which is really cool because we can definitely use them for texture. We're allowed souffle, so I've picked out the limited edition red souffle because it's absolutely gorgeous and I don't think I've used it yet. We're allowed a white pen, which is my sentiments, and then we are to use cardboard, gesso, thread, so you can sort of see the colour scheme that I'm going to go for, which I think Julia will guess. Texture paste, so I've gone with this texture paste. It's actually stencil paste, but it's the same thing. I think Julia let me get away with it, but it's pearl pink again. I chose this so that I could use it because I'm not using my stuff. We'll have 1 stencil of choice, 1 focal image. Now I've gone with this, which is a frame that I've had in my stash forever. So it's an acrylic, not acrylic, sorry. Yeah, no, it's a resin frame. So I've gone with that as my focal point. Then we're allowed 1 recycled item. So I've gone with this necklace that came in a box. So I've gone with that. And we're also allowed our gouache, which I actually topped up yesterday. So I have a feeling they might still be a little wet. Yes. So you can see where I've topped them all up. So they're all still a little bit wet, which is brill. Okay. Wow. So, like I said, huge, oh, and a black pen. We're allowed a black pen as well. So, huge list. So, what we're to do is to create a mixed media project using cardboard as our base. So, this cardboard I got was from an order from Craft Label, but how gorgeous is that? But that's one side. That's the other. How amazing is that? So, we're going to use that as our, yeah, so let me just put my phone over there. We're going to use that as our base. So what I'm going to do right now, because we're struggling for room, is I'm going to move everything out of the way except for the cardboard, and I think the bits that we're going to stick onto the cardboard. So this is going to be my base. I just want to cut around this because there's lots of sticky edges on it, which I'm not liking. And I think it is a bit too big for me to work off as well. Well, it's not too big for me to work off. It's just bigger than what I wanted. That is a terrible cut. Hopefully that looks a little better. And then I'm just going to cut down here. I like it. I want it smaller than that. I think I'm just having a look. I think that might actually be quite nice. So what I want to do is I'm going to cut some bits off this. This has been sort of stashed away forever. Waiting for the right project for me to use. I'm just cutting all the edges and bits off because I am going to tear this. Okay. I also have my gel medium as well so that we can stick all of our bits and pieces to the cardboard. Right, okay, is that the set? Yes, excellent. I'll be back in a second. Okay, sorry about that. Right, So we have our base. I've just picked out my stencils. I'm going to use this one. This is actually by our lovely Julia, but I thought it's going to go perfect with this project. So now Julia is going to turn around and say that I'm going to expose the texture on the cardboard, but Julia is going to be wrong because the texture is already exposed. How mean am I? She'll expose the texture as well. I'll eat my words if she doesn't, but yes, she is very textured like me, so she's going to do the exact same thing. I know she is. Right. Oh, I've got an image now of me actually eating my words. But yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm just ripping some cardboard just to see. Well, just to create our background, so to create something really funky, hopefully. So I want to go very textured, I think, on this, because my last Dawn and Julia, which she never even guessed, I did enjoy the last one. And thank you all so much for your kind words, because, you know, I remember when I did it, I was thinking, do I really want to post this? But I was so proud of myself for doing it, and I thought, no, you know what, I'm going to post this, because I could have quite easily did a different one. But yeah, I was really proud of myself. So thank you all so much for your kind words. It really did mean a lot. So yeah, so what are we, I've forgotten where I'm going to go with this now. Anyway, we are just building up this texture. So as you can see, there's just going to be lots and lots of it. And I want it sort of, I think actually that might be enough. I want that across there though. Right, okay, so I need to start gluing this down, and I think that I'm actually just going to use my regular tacky glue because I want it used up, because I've lost the lid to it, so which is no good, and it keeps blocking up. So now I'm going in from this side because, can you see, that blocks it up. So if you go from, oh, we'll just pop that, I don't know, where should we pop that? I'm making a right mess. Yeah, this is why I should do your glue off camera. But yeah, if you go from outside in, you're going to push that little piece into your glue, which is always going to come back and block it up. So there you go, a little bit of I don't know, a little bit of a tip there for you. Right, okay, so we are just going to use, like I said, my tacky glue, because we're just putting cardboard onto cardboard. So when we come to doing the actual other bits and pieces, now I'm wondering whether or not to do my stenciling before I stick these down. I'm thinking I should. I mean, like these bits. So what I might do is just, I'm going to have to hold that, I think, because this tacky glue just takes a few moments for it to go. Not quick, I'm afraid. So just going to stick these down. I'm just loving how that's looking. Now, part of me is wondering as well whether or not to actually use my clear gesso, because I really like those spots. I think those spots are lovely. So I'm wondering whether or not to do that. Okay. Right, okay. Right, I'm going to move these out the way. I'm actually going to pop up my, gel medium on the top of those to keep them dry. To help them dry into place. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our texture paste. So I am using this, and it's actually made for unfortunately, I've just found out, which I'm really sad about, Craftbox is closing down. If they haven't already, which is really, really sad. I miss their monthly boxes, I must admit. I loved having their monthly boxes. So I won't be able to get any of this stuff anymore, which is even like, yeah, it's just so sad. So, do you know what? I think I may need to get another one out of this. So, we're just going on. Now, I've decided to use coloured because it is what I have. I normally don't have much texture paste, actually. Oh, look at that. Doesn't that look fab? I didn't know how this was going to work with it being on already a textured surface. So, yeah. So, it's interesting to see. So I'm just putting lots on, and it's not going to be even. And this stencil looks absolutely beautiful on a flat surface, and I have to say I think it looks beautiful on this surface as well. Okay, and then do you know what, I'm gonna use the rest of this up, so because there's literally a tiny amount left in there. And if I leave that, it's going to end up, trust me, it's going to end up drying. So, but that's what we're going to do on there. I love that. Now, I'm just going to put that off to the side. I must wash that. So as soon as I've finished here, we're going to wash it. And I'm going to bring in these bits. Right, I'll leave the texture a second. And what we're going to do is we're going to glue these down. And then I'm going to add just some texture all over these. So I'll put in plenty of glue on. Okay. Like so. There's that bit. And then I am putting plenty on because I really want this to stick. Although I think once this glue takes, it does stick really nicely. It's just not one of my favourites, I'm afraid. Okay, I'm loving that. Do you know, you never know when you start a mixed media project, you never ever know, do you, of where it's going to take you. And that's the one thing that I absolutely love about doing mixed media. I really, really do. Okay, lots of glue on. This is one way to use it up, isn't it? But I would have used exactly the same if I was using the art glitter or the Nouveau. So yeah, right, I'm loving that. So now what I'm going to do, because we're going to have to leave this to dry before I do anything else, but I am going to come in with this texture, and I'm just going to add some texture on. So it's more or less like we're painting with it as well. Oh, I like that. I really like that. And then I want some, because I think if I come in with my clear gesso, we get to keep all of the colours that we've already put on. I mean, I'm gonna, don't get me wrong, I'll probably add now. Oh, am I only allowed one gesso, or are we allowed? Never thought of that. But I want my clear gesso, so it might be I have to use my clear gesso, and then where I want white bits, bring in my white gouache. So that might be what we have to do. I'm loving this. Right, I am determined to use all of this up, so there's a tiny, I mean, like a teeny tiny amount left in here, but we're using it, guys. And I encourage you to do the same. Use your products. Now the souffle, I'm not going to add that until the end. That is our embellishment. Oh, I love that. Oh, do you know what? We do need the white gesso. You know why? Oh, why has she done this to us? Now I'm going to risk going on the naughty step, I think, because I don't want to lose out on all of this. Oh, am I going to risk it or am I not? That is the question. That is the question. Although Julia loves me, so she wouldn't put me on the naughty step, would you, Julia? Would Julia? Oh, actually, we should put it to a vote. Would Julia put me on the naughty step if I used something I wasn't supposed to? Let me know in the comment section below. I would really like to know. Would she? Then maybe, depending on what your answer is, maybe I might test the theory out. She's probably watching this thinking, really, Dawn? You go there? I would never put you on the naughty step, Julia. I would. Oh, she knows I would. No, I wouldn't. I would. I wouldn't. I would. Right, I need to stop being mean now. Could always just make her play with snot green again. She would love that. She loves snot green. So, did I ever tell you her favourite colour is snot green? Right, I have used it. It's all gone. How cool is that? And that is looking fabulous. Now, I'm just wiping this off with my cloth just so that it doesn't, so I can wash it. Right, now we're allowed our gems, and I want some gems because I have lots in here. I've got loads and loads of different style of gems. Now this is where I'm sort of wondering whether or not to use white gesso or clear gesso or all that sort of stuff, because I have some gorgeous gems that I think, I mean, look at the texture on them. Come on, there we go. Look at the texture on that. Isn't that just absolutely gorgeous? I mean, that's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But it's the wrong shade. So, yeah, so it's the wrong colour. We do have, I've got these gorgeous peach drop ones, and I think there's quite a few as well. Or this is a hard one, because I really want to just grab a load of these and just start sticking them on for, yeah, I'm going to use my tacky glue for it, because we're going to have to leave this for quite a few hours to dry. But we're just going to, I'll just have to use my weight on these, or I'll work something out. Although I could put my clear on and then come in with the white gouache, but I really want to add these in for texture. So I know it's not going to look much right now, and that is completely fine. I am going to go with all the pink shades, so whatever pink shades we've got, that's what we're going to go for. So it's not going to look much now, and that is fine, but trust me when I say, when we finished this project, it's going to look fab. I know it is. Now the glue is seeping out, but that's fine. I'm hoping it dries quite bulky, because I think that's just going to add a little bit more texture to it, because this piece I want to be super textured, and this all stems from not having very much texture on the last one. So yeah, I feel deprived a little. So just go on. Now ideally you would want to use your gel medium for this, but they're not metal, so they are just plastic acrylic ones, and they work on card and paper. So with just this, I feel okay to, yeah, to have this. Right, I say, I'm just going to keep going through all of this and grab all my pink ones, because I quite like the idea of having this sort of section just full of gems. So I think that would be lovely. So if I just go through see what colours we've got of everything. It's like I say, if I'm going to use my clear gesso, which is what I'm wanting to use, then I'm going to need them to be very similar in colour. So that I can add colour onto the top of them if I so wish to. And look at these gorgeousness, all this gorgeousness. Love it. Look at that one, so beautiful, super textured as well, super textured. So just like I say, going through, I'm looking for all the bigger ones. I'm going to get rid of those two clear ones because we've definitely got enough pinks for this one. Oh, that's a nice one. There's another nice one. Yeah, I like all of these. Everybody needs a gem tub like this. Everybody, because oh, this is something so magical about just rooting through and picking out a load of gems. It just feels fabulous. Okay, and look at all those, aren't they gorgeous? Oh, we've got some more of that shape. And so I suppose it's one way as well of using up my gems, because yeah, as you know, I have loads and loads of them. Right, I think that maybe get a few more out, just because I'm thinking that maybe I'll have a few up here as well. Let's go mad, because at the end of the day, this is our background. We've got our focal point. So yeah, let's just go mad. Do you know what? I'm going to add that one in as well. I like the size of that. And if it turns out there's bits that we don't like, or well, actually we don't know where it's going to take us. I do get asked a lot, why do I cover certain things up as I go through each layer, and truthfully, it is really just where the project takes me. So you know, I've done my first layer, which was the cardboard, my second layer, which was the what do you call it, the stencil paste. This is my third layer, which is the gems. Then we're going to come on to the next layer, which will be our gesso, then our colouring in, and then all the embellishments, so our focal point, and all of them. So it really is just a sort of a process, and I never know where it's going to go to. So each layer I treat as though I treat it as if, you know, I like that's going to be my last layer. I know that it isn't, but yeah, so it might look really nice, and you might think, oh, why are you covering that up? But you know, it is just how it goes, unfortunately. Yeah, I think you just do it. It's just like, I don't know, you get a feeling. Well, I do. So you know, I know what, like, you get like a, that definitely has to go there sort of vibe, with each layer, whether you're covering something up or not. Sometimes I really don't want to cover something up, but when I put the next layer on, it turns out that actually, yes, I'm covering it up, but I'm making it better by putting something else in its place. So it's all just about your layers, and your piece will always go through a messy stage, always. So don't think that, you know, when you get to that messy stage, like, oh no, I can't do any more, like it just looks horrible, I'm going to put it in the bin. Keep going, trust me, it makes the world of difference. So I think that's enough gems. I think we've got more than enough gems out. Yeah, I like them. So Julia said we're allowed gems. She didn't say how many gems, so we're going with loads. She's going to know that I am making up for the last Dawn and Julia Creates of no texture. You know that she's going to know it. Right, okay. Do you know what? I'm just going to put glue on there, because I'm hoping that when it seeps out, it dries with a little bit more. Okay. Oh, I forgot how annoying these are. Oh, that's because there's no glue at the bottom of it. That would help, wouldn't it? Okay. So I'm just going in. Oh, I love it. I'm absolutely loving it. Yeah, I like it a lot. Hope you're liking it. You probably just sat there thinking, why, Dawn? Why? Why are you just going so overboard? But, you know, I'm having a lot of confidence in myself right now. And I'm going to say, wait till the end. Oh dear, I really am having a lot of confidence in myself. I get to this point where I just start doing something really random and I'm thinking, yeah, are you sure you wanted to do this? Are you sure? Did you really want to go this far? And the answer is yes, I did. Because we are. It's happening, guys. I want a few strays. So we're just going to grab a couple of strays. I want that one there. And there's Lady, of course. So just a few strays, you know, just sort of dotted around. As if they're floating up. Right, I think one there as well. Point in that direction. And then maybe, oh, I need a big one there, so I'm going to go with that one. It's not quite the right colour, but I likes. And then a bit there, on there, yeah. Right, I'm loving this area. I think I need to sort of bring it around here though. So let's bring some more in. I am struggling to pick stuff up with these nails. I need to cut my nails a bit shorter. Although I'm not going to cut them shorter because they're going to snap. They always snap when they get to this length. I'm just going to randomly pop them down like so. Like I say, not worried at all about the, what do you call it? Got a lot of hearts in here. I'm not worried at all about, you know, placements or where things are going. I sort of have, I don't know, I've just got or what shapes I'm putting where, and I think the rest I want to have up in this corner. I really am just looking at this with eyes of texture. That didn't even make sense. Oh my goodness me. Oh dear. Do you know, this should just go on speed up because I think I'm talking a lot of nonsense today. I can just imagine you all sat there thinking, I think it's time. I think it's time, Dawn. I think you've just gone a little bit mad. Yeah. Oh dear. And I want stuff upside down as well, because I like stuff upside down. We don't want everything to be samey. We just want to play. Oh, do you know what? I just thought, right, we've got these gorgeous coloured hearts. Now, if I take this one off, so you come off there, and I put this one on instead, those could actually be embellishments, because they are gorgeous. So, yep. Now I just want to fill in some of this area and try and get things a bit closer together. There we go. So it's more grouped like so. Oh, little lady's snoring. Isn't she so cute? No, she's not. Oh, the snoring of her last night. Honestly, that absolute dog. Oh, she's too cute though. She's too cute. Now, the other thing that I need to think of is also where our focal point's going to be. So again, I'm just going to put a few randoms on. Oh. So, because I need to stick that down as well. I'm so glad Julia said gems. I'm having such a lovely time. I really am. Now just pray that this is going to look okay when it's all dried, because this would look brill if I was using white gesso. So I'm totally out of my comfort zone. I still might, you know, attempt to go on the naughty step, shall we say. Yeah, although does it say gesso or gessos? Because I could say that there was an S on there. Yeah, we could definitely say there was an S on there. Right. I could always message her and say, we'd love to use more than one. No, because if I message her and we're not, then I'll definitely be going on a naughty step. Whereas I could just say, because personally, the gems, I would gesso in white. Whereas the rest of it, I want gessoed in clear. And it'd be showing you guys something a little bit different as well. So I could say I did it for tutorial purposes. Couldn't we? Right. I only want to use 3 more. 3 more. You go there. I'll use this one. And go there. And one left, little heart. You can go there. Oh, you're not going there. I don't want you there. And then you can sit there. Right. Okay. How cool is that? So let me put them away because I don't want them. Right. Now, as for our piece, I'm thinking, actually, I want it maybe about there. So with this one, we are going to come in with the gel medium. And we're going to pile it up. So this is really heavy. So even though it's resin, just like the gems are really light. So I know that they'll be fine. This, however, is super heavy. So we need, you know, we need our gel medium in which to stick it down with. So yeah, if you are using heavier pieces, then I love that pink. I don't want to cover it, but I think I might have to because I'm thinking that I need to. But then I don't know. I don't know. This is so hard. See, she's giving me this lovely, lovely list. Now, I'd happily give up my black pen. She's like, actually, that's what I could do. I could give up my black pen for my clear gesso, because then, you know, I'm sure she'll let me do that. Oh, I'm going to have to think of a way to do this. How am I going to do it, guys? Right, okay, I've put absolutely loads on. I don't know if you can see that, but there is loads of notes on there. And then that is just going to squeeze on there, and it is going to squeeze out, but that's fine. Okay. Because then we're just going to come in, and if this goes out, it's fine, because it's just going to cause some nice texture. Actually, I'm just going to make that into texture instead of it being wasted. So yeah, why not? Let's make it into texture. I think I've gone texture mad, guys. Oh, I love it. I love it. Right, okay, so that is that done. Now, for the long, slow time, it's for this to actually dry. So some of the textures paste is drying. It looks a mess. It really does look a mess, doesn't it? But it's not going to look a mess. I think we're going to use white gesso. I think I'm just going to have to accept the fact, and I should have thought about this before I put my texture paste on. We're just going to do it. Now, to make this look even more of a mess, we know I want to use this chain somewhere. Where can we use it? Oh, I'm wondering whether or not to have it sort of draped. Now, I'm not gluing it yet, but once I've got my position of it, oh, that looks gorgeous. I am going to just come in with my palette knife. Yeah, I'm loving that. Oh, do you know, I can see it in my mind's eye. I can see that this is just going to look amazing. So, just in a few areas. Get this. Should have used a paintbrush, I think. But we're just going to get that down. Okay. And then put some in there and stick it there. So I'm just really just dabbing on some, what do you call it, gel medium for our chain to sit on so that it doesn't move, because we don't want this to move at all. A lady is so noisy. Okay, and it will also add even more texture. I want to know what Julia's going to use. Now, I think that maybe she might use a toy. Don't think she'll use jewellery. Although, I could be wrong. We're sort of testing each other at the minute, aren't we? So we're both sort of doing stuff that we wouldn't expect. I think she's going to guess I've gone pinks and purples, so I bet you she says. But then I could, we could change it up, you know. So I have started pinks and she'll be thinking, ha, told you she was going to do that. But then, shock horror, paint it all white and go with blue. That's just mean. That's just mean. Right, do I or do I not want to? I think, how gorgeous is that? Came in a craft box. And that's going to be my focal point. Well, it's not. The frame's the focal point, but then that's going to sit on there. I love that. Right, and then flowers. So, okay, I have to resist the urge to touch this now. I love that. Right, why are you there? You shouldn't be there. So let me just pop a little bit of this on. Like so. Yeah, I'm going to paint it all white. I'm going to cry when I do it, but we're going to paint it all white. I wonder if she thinks that my focal point, so I've gone with a resin frame, I wonder if she thinks I'm going to go with wooden, because I have a lot of wood in my stash. A lot. Like, way too much. And it was thanks to her as well, because I got it from her shop, because it's absolutely gorgeous. So if you haven't been to Julia's shop, you need to go and check it out, because she's got some amazing products in there. So, yeah. Anyway, right. Oh, he looks so gorgeous. Anyway, I'm gonna go. What I'll probably do, so not to bore you guys, although you'll probably want to see it go from this to white, won't you? So I will come back on. I still get to keep my pink though. Anyway, I'll be back when this is all fully dry. Okay, so that should be just about dry. So I've decided that I don't want to be on the naughty step this time. But I do want your opinions on it though. I would like to know, do you think Julia would put me on the naughty step if I was to add something in? So yeah, it'd be interesting to see your comments on that. And also, do you think I would put Julia on the naughty step as well if she'd done something wrong? Because I think that's equally interesting as well, to see what your thoughts are. And maybe, would it be funny to see one of us on the naughty step? Because I'm sure that we can both find fault somewhere to make that happen. Right, now, what I want to do, that's evil, isn't it? What I want to do is all of these gems, I am just going to cover with white gesso. Now it's not fully dry, so please Do bear that in mind. We may lose a few gems, but that's fine. Actually, do you know what? I think we can get away with this, you know. Because if I just lightly brush it, the only thing is my mediums, my colouring in mediums wouldn't work. I'd need gesso everywhere, which is sort of what's so annoying about it. Because now that I've covered those gems, I would come in with my clear gesso and then cover the whole thing with clear gesso so that I could, yeah, start afresh. But anyway, it is what it is. That's why we have a list, so that we sort of, you know. And look at that. Oh, it's going to look amazing when we come to dry brush. So anyone who knows me will know that one of my favourite things to do is dry brushing. Oh, but this section is going to look gorgeous. I just know it. So I'm just going to continue with this. And we want to get like a nice coating on if we can. And we've still got that pink coming through, which is really nice. So I'm liking that. Now I do need to be careful because I do think that some of this is still wet. So I still need to be quite cautious of, you know, of how much pressure that I put on this. But at the same time, I still need to get nice, good coverage over it as well. So, yeah. I like that. I think the texture on that looks amazing. I don't know if you can, I'm hoping it's showing up properly in the camera. It looks as though it is. But the texture, once you've got rid of all that colour, so before you could see that it was just a blob of randomness, and now you've got all that texture. Right, I knew that wasn't stuck very well there, but this is what you get for being an impatient Annie. So yeah, I'm just sort of stippling in between them just so that I don't knock anything else off, but that texture is just gorgeous. So we're going to go all the way and just continue. So I'm going to make it nice and white, yeah, and sort of go from there really. I'm actually thinking black gesso probably would have looked gorgeous on this. I love black gesso, and Julia will tell you as well. She knows that I love my black gesso, but we're doing something a little different. It's not really the route I was going down, but you know. And this is it with you know, mixed media. Don't feel like, you know, you might start off with one way and then completely change your mind and do another way like I'm doing. You know, it's not set in stone. You can do whatever you want with mixed media. And I think once you realise that there's no rules and you can do what you want, you know, it really does free up a whole world of wonderfulness. Right, I think I need to get some more cardboard and put this on because it doesn't feel as strong. So I'll probably do that once it's finished. Back it onto some more cardboard just so that I know that it's now I am going to leave this to dry now. So probably about an hour I'm going to leave this, and then I'm going to do another coat. So I'm basically just going to keep coming in and doing coats of gesso until I've got everything covered that I wanted covering. So when we can't see what the gems like colour was, so that's the base of it. But yeah, I should have really left it a little bit longer just for that chain, but that's fine because I can always just come in with my glue gun. Ideally I wouldn't you want your gel medium, but we have gel medium on. I think it might just need a few dots of the glue gun, and then I can just put gesso over the top of that. Actually, I might do that now. So let me grab it, because it doesn't take long to heat up at all. And then while we're doing that, waiting for that, I'm just going to bring in another coat over here. And you can see with each coat, you see less of the colours of those gems. So, and that's precisely what we're looking for here. So yeah, I'm going to try and keep some of that background if I can. So I'm loving that. I'm not sure how it's going to take because of the gouache. I think because we've not got our prime all over, and there's bits where you can see the cardboards. I have no idea how it's going to react. So it is just going to be one of those yeah, experiments, and see how it's going to work. So so yeah, everything that has gesso on, the gouache will move like exactly the same. So it makes no difference whether the gesso is on the cardboard, whether the gesso is on our gems, make no difference. However, the bits that don't have any of the gesso on, those bits, you're not going to get the movement. So that's something to be aware of. So yeah, I am loving it. I think it looks nice. I don't know whether to add any more gesso, you know. I'm going to add some more to this one once I put some glue dots on to hold that chain in place. But I think that I should just, because we've managed to get like a thinnish coat on, I'm very tempted, you know, just to start adding my gouache now, you know. Well, once the gesso's dried, that is, because we can still see some of that pink. I am loving it. I really, really love it. So, I do, like I said, I do need this to dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some blobs of glue. So probably there, maybe one, I don't know, probably here. So I should have warmed up there. So because I've encased it in that glue, so I'm just going to move it around as if it's texture. So yeah, to make it not as obvious. But bear in mind, I do already have gel medium on this, so I wouldn't come in with my glue gun if I didn't have the gel medium, because the glue gun, yes, it sticks it, however it's not going to be a permanent adhesive. It's only going to stick it for, you know, a short while. Your gel medium is what's going to cause it to give you that permanent adhesion. Like I say, I'm bringing that glue gun in, so as if it's, oh, do you know what I might do? Use my glue gun for some textures on a few bits. Right, I need a glue stick. Okay. I might put some lumps and bumps everywhere, because she didn't say, and it is a tool at the end of the day, isn't it? So we are using a tool. I like that. But I'm thinking that to fill in some of these gaps, I'm just adding in some. Now I can just use my heat tool to get rid of the glue sticks, so not the glue sticks, sorry, the glue strings. But yeah, I'm just gonna, because I think it'll make really interesting texture. And like I said, this, once it's painted white, you're not going to know that this is a glue stick. I just think it's something a little different. So yeah, Okay. I'm just gonna, and it's all just gonna add, like I said, this is all just gonna add into our texture. Oh, I like it. Yeah, nice. Oh, I like that. Really like that. It's like we've got dangles. Okay, so I'm just sort of doing it randomly on a few areas. Sorry, I know I've gone quiet. I'm just watching it go and loving the effects of it. Okay. I'm thinking that looks fabulous. Yeah, I really like that. Right, okay. Do I want anything else on there? I don't know. I don't think so. Right, I'm going to turn that off. I don't think I want any more. So now I'm just going to use my gesso, and where I put the glue sticks, just dab that on there. So where the glue sticks have been used, we're just going to put gesso over the top of them. Like I say, I will leave this to dry for about an hour, but I don't think I'm going to put much more gesso on this. I think that I am just going to come straight in and start colouring it, because I think I like the peak of the colours coming through. So yeah, I really like it. So everywhere where I've just popped some glue stick, some hot glue, we're just going to coat with gesso, because by coating it with gesso, it means we can put any medium on top. You wouldn't be able to put anything on top of the glue stick if you don't use your gesso. So gesso is a must here. Loving that. Loving that a lot. Right. Okay, so just a few more areas, and then yeah, leave that to dry for a good hour. And the reason why I'm going to leave it dry for for quite a while, because my gesso dries within about 10 minutes, is because I want the cardboard to be as dry as it possibly can be before we start adding lots of water and other bits to it, because it's just going to give it a little bit more stability, so that we can work on it. And then I'll have to leave it to dry again for a good couple of hours. Yeah, so I'm loving that. Oh, nearly missed one. Making sure that everything is, I say, everything is nicely covered. So, right, okay. I think that is done. So I will be back when this is fully dried and we'll start colouring it in. So I will see you in a second. Right, we are back. So let's get on to colouring. So I've got my gouache here. So that's what we're going to use. So let's open this up. Now, definitely going to go with pinks, because I think it would be silly not to. I have some water here. I've got a brush. So yeah, let's get it going. Oh, and look at that. It's as if I timed it, isn't it? Here is our lovely little Lucy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my gouache, and because some of my gouache is still wet, it hasn't sort of gone solid yet, I can get away with using it very much like, because I've just refilled it up, I can get away with using it very much like acrylics, which is awesome. So yeah, so we are going to colour this up, and hopefully, I'm definitely going to stick with the pinks. I might bring in some purples. I don't know yet. I think it's going to be, I definitely want a darker. Ooh, that one's nice. That's lovely. Now, where we have got some bits, I am going to end up spraying them with water to help that move. So to help the product move, because we want to get that colour really in all the grooves if we can, because I think that's just going to make it look gorgeous. What do you think, Lucy?
Yes.
It is, isn't it? So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm not really gonna, I don't think there's much to sort of talk about in regards of what I'm doing, so I think what I will do is pop you on speed up, because I'm literally just gonna keep putting some colour on and spraying it with water. Then every now and again I will dry it, and then once it's dry I will come in with some more layers. So this step is literally just getting the colour onto our canvas. So that's what we're doing, and I'm loving that pink. I want to bring some more of that pearl pink in. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this process. If you have got any questions, do leave them below and I will be more than happy to help you out. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this bit, and I will see you when the colouring is done.
Tell me what you want, you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me what you want, you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me what you want, you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me what you want, you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me.
Right, okay, we are definitely at the stage of it looking an absolute mess. I agree. However, trust me when I say this is going to look absolutely beautiful at the end, because if it doesn't, then oh well. I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll just keep going until it doesn't. So it's going to look amazing. I just know it is. So I'm going to bring back in my white gesso. We are going to do some dry brushing. Now this is where it all changes. This is where it becomes a masterpiece. You know, I talk as if I know what I'm doing and what I'm saying, don't I? But yeah, we are going to do some dry brushing. Dry brushing is what's going to give this piece, hopefully, what I'm wanting it to give. So dry brushing is basically just grabbing your paint. It doesn't matter what color. You can do this with anything. I always do it with my white gesso. I have done it with gilding wax, but yeah, and this is where it brings out all of that lovely texture. So you will have seen that when I was painting it, I concentrated a lot of colour onto the gems, and the reason for that is we're knocking all of that back, because the gems were just staying would just stay in white. I didn't want them to be white. I wanted them to have colour underneath, and I really like the purple, so that's why I went in and did the purples. And now that I'm bringing in my gesso, and you can see I'm only doing it very, very lightly. We're putting small amounts on our brush. We're working it into our brush, and we are just going over those gems really, really lightly, and it is bringing out all of that amazing texture, which is one of the reasons why I just love bringing in my dry brushing when I do a mixed media piece. And the good thing about it is always start with very little, do more layers than you would think, because if you come in and you just go for it and put a blob on, you're not going to get the same effect. So if you have very little on your brush and you go over and over it like I'm doing, you're going to build that white up, because remember, we've got a water-based paint on here, and the gesso will react to that paint, so it will colour the gesso, but the more layers you put on, the nicer the texture will get. Now I'm just focusing on this side for now, because I just want you to see the difference between this and putting those layers of white gesso on to that one. That looks a mess. That's starting to look gorgeous. So you will have seen I added green in. I really wanted just hints of green, and because I knew I was coming in and doing my dry brushing, I wasn't too worried. I just, as long as I got it mainly into the background, you know, I was happy with that. And I think this is just looking fabulous. So again, and you can see I'm putting very, very little on my brush, really, really little, but it is helping build those layers up and helping build it up so that, you know, we can see all of that gorgeousness that is our texture. Now don't forget, we have got our distress inks that we can use, which is awesome. So I'm just going to go over my frame. So if I just do this half, and then you can sort of see. So can you see the difference between the two? It just really brings it to life. Oh, yeah, I love dry brushing. Dry brushing is one of the things I absolutely enjoy about mixed media. Now, lady is behind me. She is asleep and she is snoring. So you have been warned. Right, okay. Isn't that just gorgeous? And it's bringing up that beautiful, beautiful texture. But what else it's doing as well, it's knocking back that colour, which is something else that we really, really need to do, because that colour is very much in our faces and we don't want it to be. So we want our flowers to be in our faces. This is purely our background. So this is, you know, this is us creating. I mean, look at this. Look at that just come to life. Now I'm starting to feel very happy with this piece. Like I say, you're always going to get that stage. You're always going to get to a point where you think, what on earth are you doing? And that just looks awful. You will always hit that point. And it doesn't matter how experienced or inexperienced you are. Just keep going. Please keep going. Don't give up on it. Sometimes it could be, you know, just walk away from it for a few hours and then come back, or even for a couple of days. It could be, you know, that you just keep adding your layers. So keep adding your dry brush layers. You keep adding, you know, your layers of paint. If you, keep adding layers of texture, or keep adding layers of flowers, or your embellishment, something. Just don't give up, because it's such an amazing feeling to create something wonderful from, especially from recycled bits and pieces. I mean, I'm loving that, and personally I don't know that I want to add anything else onto it. I think the green's in the right places. I just think that works lovely. I love it, right? I do not want to spoil it, so we're not going to. So the lid is back on the gesso. I do want my glue. I'm hoping it's not blocked, because we have got, and it is blocked because I'm not that strong. I was hoping I could take the blockage out. I might be. There we go. Just because that's lifting up, so I want it glued back down. Okay, there we go. Right, now I'm happy. Oh, that's dripping everywhere. Right, you can stay there. Okay. So now, so this is where we get to add our thread, where we get to add our souffle. I'm going to go with that one. Where we get to add white pen if we want to add it. Where we get to add our distress inks and our black pen. So that's all the bits left that I can add. So let's have a look. Let me get my drawer of flowers, because this is where, for me personally, this is where the magic happens. Julia knows, absolutely knows, how much I love my flowers. So yeah, and oh look, we've got lots of stuff. Oh, I'm going to put Friendships Bloom together on this piece, because Julia and I's friendship has definitely bloomed over the years. So yeah, I think that is a perfect sentiment for us both. So I'm just going to cut this, and I think I'm going to have it as one long piece as well. Okay, there we go. So that's what we're going to have. So let me move them out the way, because we don't need them now. Right, okay, now this is where, so my flowers are off to the side of me. Unfortunately, I can't quite fit them on screen. Let's have a look. We just move these over. These are just there to remind me that these are the stuff that we can use. Right, you can sort of see. Yeah, it's about as seeing as you're going to get. Oh, I've got these. I've had them in my stash forever. And you know what? Oh, I think, please, did I use them all? Or did I know that I bought a massive amount of them, but I think, oh, is that the only one I've got left? I think I actually sent a lot to the charity shop because I was sick of seeing them, but I like them ones. Oh, but it would have been nice to have had another one. However, I am going to use that one. So, oh, they're all just falling everywhere. Now I want some pink ones. So I'm going to get some... Right, let's just get a handful of different flowers out in the colours that we want, and then we can move this out of the way. Even have some handmade ones in here, which I think will work lovely. So all different types of flowers, I think sometimes is what ooh, that looks nice. So just an array of different bits and pieces, I think. So that's what I'm doing. There's some, have I got any more of those foam ones? Oh, I have. Okay, so Right, I think that will do, looking in the drawer. So let's move the drawer out of the way because it's just now getting in my way. And let's see what we've pulled out. I don't think I want them or that. Oh, I love that one. Right, all the green, all the yellow. Well, they've obviously fell out. Now let's have a look to see what we've got, because oh, that's a thought, we're going to need the glue gun on, and let's grab a couple of glue sticks. So I'm just going to use my glue gun for this, and I've got my sentiment, so that I definitely want there. So I'll grab my my broken bit of jewellery, so that's going to sit there, and when it hangs down it's going to look fabulous. So that's just going to sit there. So do you know what, let's get that glued on. Wrong one, because that can be settling, drying while we're waiting. My glue gun, actually, where have I got something to scoop it out? No, let's use a paintbrush. Okay, I'll have to dry it. Right, I'm just going to grab a load, and then underneath where it's going to touch, I'm just going to pop a load of gel medium, and at the back as well, because this is what's going to adhere it all together. So that is literally going to sit there like that. Right, take that excess off there. So we're just getting rid of all the excess, every bit that you can sort of see we want rid of, we don't want it. So like so, make sure that's touching. Yeah, so one ways to work out whether or not it is touching is just to lift it up and have a look underneath it. Right, I'm going to grab my glue gun as well, and underneath here I'm just going to pop some glue. Oh. Right, sorry, give me 2 seconds. Right, okay, sorry about that. I'm hoping she's quiet. Right, now that we've got that on, I can't lift it up, so I can't show you it dangling, because otherwise it is just going to sort of start falling off, because it is quite heavy, which is one of the reasons why I'm using the gel medium. The flowers, however, are they're not heavy, which means that I can use the glue gun on them. Now you'll see that I am just gluing the petals, because I'm wanting to make this bigger, look bigger than what it actually is. So like so. Okay, now any glue strings, don't worry about them at all, because we are going to use our heat tool for those. Now that I've got the first flower on, this is where I can start building my composition for the rest of our piece. So I'm just going to basically get what I've got. I'm not going to stick anything down yet, but I'm just going to get the bits and pieces and sort of put them around, and to see, because do you know what, I'm loving this, to see where we're going to go. Now we are sort of covering up quite a bit of those gems, which is fine. That is completely fine. It is just the way that this is heading, like this is taking us, this our composition. I'm loving that. I think I like that better. And then maybe I've got these small pink ones which are really nice, colour lilies. So I'm thinking we could maybe have a couple of them, yeah, up there. Let's have a look. Just see what else I've got. Just to, yeah, that under there and that there. Maybe even, no, I don't like that white one. Right, I do like this pink one though. That. Put another colour lily. Oh, just under that. Like so. Yeah, I'm liking that. And then another, oh, take that one away. And that one away. I don't like them. However, I do like that one. So that's what I'm thinking there. I don't know whether or not to sort of bring more flowers in over here, or whether it's going to be a little bit overkill. Do you know what? Move these two. I've got this gorgeous, really nice big flower, which is just beautiful. Oh, I like that. Right, I'm liking that. So that's looking really nice. I'm just looking over to my pile of flowers. Yeah, I like that. I really like that actually. I do feel like we need something small just up in that corner. Just there. Yeah. And then maybe one more of these pink colour lilies. Just so that that's just peeking out just up there. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. So what I'm going to do, make sure I've got some glue sticks, is we're going to start gluing them down where we want them. So that one I know I want stuck in there. Okay, now my glue gun is super hot. Don't know if you can see it smoking, but okay. Now I'm going to try not, oh, don't hold that over. I'm going to try not move these colour lilies if I can. I want them there, so I want these to glue them in. Okay, I'm just going to pop some glue in there, and then I'm going to stick that just in there, and that should hold them. Should hold them. Okay, so they're stuck, and then stick that one there. Now, I don't know about that one actually. I'm right, I'm changing my mind. I've got this gorgeous one. Oh, look at that. That's so nice. Just a different pop of colour. Oh, see, this is when everything goes to pop, because I'm swapping my mind and I tell you guys never to. Right, I'm not. No, stop it. I do like that flower, just maybe there, or there maybe. I don't know, something's not quite right on this corner. I can't quite work it out yet. We will work it out, but it's just right now. Oh, love that. Right, that's perfect. I think, do you know what I think it is? I think we need some small flowers. So let me just pull out some small ones. And see what we've got. Now I'm hoping I've got some more green. However, I think I might actually, oh, I've got some sprigs there, because I think we need green. So I'm thinking that in there, like, yes, see, that's all we needed, was a bit of greenery. Okay, I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue gun on there, and that's just going to sit like that, and then pop. Now don't forget, we've also got our, there we go, Yes, much better, much better, so much more preferring that. And the good news is I have 3 of them, because there's another one, and I think we should get that tucked in. And I'm thinking that actually tucked in, oh come on, there we go, tucked in there, yeah, is perfect place. So again, just going to pop some glue gun on this. Now, you need to be really careful because this is super hot and I don't want to burn myself. There we go. There. Yes. I am loving that. That is what we're talking about. Now, I do have a little green flower as well. That again looks really nice. How about if we put that one there with the green one maybe? No, I think there's too many greens. Let's move them. Right. Let's open this out because I like the idea of that there. Definitely need some there. Maybe like that. Let's just line that in. What do you think? Nope, not feeling it. I'm gonna come back to this one. Actually, nope, not feeling it. Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. What about this one? Oh, it has come apart, which I'll need to re-stick that. Oh, actually, I like that. I like that. Right, that I like. Okay, so we're liking that. Yep, liking that. Now, I've got one pink flower left, which can go up. Yes, loving that now. Absolutely loving it. And then have one more of these just out like that because we need 3. Yeah, right. Okay. I'm not going to change my mind. We're just going to stick it. So that's going to stick that into there. Okay. That's going to stick in there. And then this. But it just... I think because I just wasn't feeling it. It needed to be right, and it wasn't for me. It just wasn't feeling right. Now it is. Now I feel happy. I'm loving that. Absolutely loving it. And I think I'm going to add that little flower on there because why not? Okay. So I've got these little flowers, which I mean I don't know whether to add some maybe up here. Like add a few, just like a little bundle. Need a purple. Oh, what purples do we have? I think I may need to look at getting some more purple flowers. I do have a tiny baby one. That just sort of blends into the background. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh, right, okay, I'm finished with the flowers because I think that I'm just going to end up looking it over and thinking, and just, yeah, I have an awful, like, feeling I'd ruin it, and I don't want to ruin it. Oh, I want that there though. So I'm going to move these. Now I do have my thread, which if I'd actually thought about it properly, I would have stuck down before I stuck any of the flowers down. But that is fine because what I'm going to do, let's get my thread and do some sort of bows with them. So just like that. Okay, and then grabbing them like so, folding it in half, and then give that a little bit of a twist. And I'm just going to pop on some hot glue just on that end bit, and then I'm just going to sort of drop it in, and yeah, voila. So it just sort of sticks out ever so slightly, and then if it, yeah, there we go. So I'm going to do a few of them, because I like that a lot. Okay. So just like that. Then I'm going to grab it, fold it in half, and then just pop a little bit of hot glue. Oh, should have had it in the proper hand. And then just drop it in, and then you just spread it out. Oh, that looks lovely. That looks really nice. I don't know if you can see that thread. I mean, that just, oh, I'm loving it. I really am loving it. Right, I think a little bit underneath there, but not as thick as the other ones, so just a couple go rounds. Okay. And then again, I'm just going to pop some hot glue on and lift up those petals like so, and let that just spread out there. Do I want any more? I don't think so. I think we're good. I do think we're good. Right. Okay, last but not least is our sentiment, which is a friendships bloom together. So I'm wanting that raised up. So let's get some cardboard to raise this up. So this is just packaging. I'm going to cut a couple of strips, and then we'll work out how many we need. So we definitely need, oh, where's my, we definitely need a bit in there. So I'm going to grab my glue for this. Okay. So now I reckon to there for the next one. Do you know what? I'm just going to use my glue gun. It's right at the side of me, so it seems silly not to. So there's that bit, and then I reckon another piece, but all the way along. Okay, so I'll stick that on. No, I do need a little bit on that side. Oh, yeah, so we're going to need, let me just cut this down. Now, you're not going to be able to see this. You may see it, however, if you look down at it from the sides and stuff, but yeah. Right, so that, and then we need one more long bit from there to there. Okay, and then that should keep us straight. Okay, so there's that, and then if we grab our sentiment, there, that now sits on there perfectly. I am going to chop that end bit off though, because it looks as though you can see it. So, although I'm wishing I never put hot glue on this, because that was just silly of me. I should have used my normal glue. Ow, it's hot. But, well, that's why they call it hot glue, isn't it? Oh, right. Oh, I love it. Now I think we need splashes. I want black splashes. So I'm going to turn my glue gun off. I am going to just go put this drawer away. I think we're finished with the flowers, aren't we? I don't think I want any more on this piece. So let me just go and get this out of the way. Okay. And then where's my gouache? So using my gouache, I'm going to create some black splatters up for this. So I'm just going to pop that over there. Just grab a paintbrush. I'm just going to put some black on there. Okay. Because who doesn't love black splashes? And I do honestly think that it's just gonna finish this off lovely. Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love. I mean, we could do it like a Julia trick and do fake black splashes, but yeah. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So the only thing that I want to do with this now is on the back, because the cardboard isn't very sturdy, is I would like to reinforce it, because it's just, I don't want this to just like fall apart, so it does need reinforcing. So I am just grabbing some more packaging. And packaging is such a good way of just, yeah, of having fun. Using it for dimension, using it for strengthening, using it as your base. Yeah, we can use it for so much. Now, when I should have used my longer scissors for this. So what I'm going to do, move this out the way, is I'm literally going to grab my glue, and I'm going to put lots of glue on, because we want this to stick to it. Okay, there we go. Right, so then I'm going to grab my piece, and I'm just going to, it doesn't have to be perfect and to the sides. I'm literally just doing it for strengthening. But that now, whereas before this was flopping down, it's no longer flopping down. So I'm happy with that. And then I'll probably put another piece of cardboard as well. So if you ever do a piece like this on some cardboard, and you're finding it's too floppy, and it's not quite, you know, quite right for you, then all you have to do is just get some more cardboard and just build up the layers on the back. Nobody's going to see the back of it, so which is one of the good things about it. Now I'm going to bring in, because I've only just decided I want some of these this bronze splats as well, so hopefully, and if it goes on the flowers, that's fine. And it's just going to be so subtle. There we go. I'm happy. Right, so there we have it, guys. So if you would like to see what our lovely Julia has done, do check that out. Now I've got a load of glue strings on here, so we're simply just going to use our heat tool and blast it, and that will get rid of all those heat strings. It's like magic. It is amazing. So I've got quite a few around the flowers, so we're just going to go around, making sure to get all of them. I think we're all done. Yeah, no glue strings, all gone. So yeah, so go over and see our lovely Julia. Let's see what she has created, because you know that she will smash this. Have just realised though, we haven't got any glitter on. How could I not use my glitter? Right, okay. Oh, honestly, you would think that, yeah, I'm just going to pop this on. Now, this will dry clear, which is awesome. So, yeah, we're going to just put the glitter on over these stones. So when it's dry, what I'll do is I'll come back very quickly when it's dry, so you can see what it looks like with our glitter. Now, I've not used this one before, so I know Julia did a swatch of them, and I should have really done that as well, but I didn't because, yeah, I'm just lazy. Oh, I don't want it on there, but we do want it under there. So I'm just going to grab big blobs of it, and then I'm going to stick that in like so, and then just in a few areas. So I'm not sort of doing too much, she says, adding loads on. But yeah, we're just having fun. Actually, do you know what? I think this has really brought it together. I'm only adding it because we can add it and it's on the list and I love it. But yeah, I think it's actually worked in our favour, because I think it's made it look even nicer. There you go. Sometimes more is definitely more and looks amazing. So yeah, don't be afraid. Just go for it. The thing is, you know, if you don't try things out, you're never going to know whether or not you like something, whether you like a product, whether you know, you're not going to find your style. And I think sometimes the only way to find your style, to find what you like, to find out how products work, is to literally just play and do something like this, something that where the materials don't cost you a fortune. I mean, these materials are literally, it's cardboard, and then just what I found around the house, a recycled bit of jewelry, you know. So yeah, oh, I just love it. I love it. So yeah, I can't wait to see what Julia's done. So this was Julia's challenge. I haven't even used my inks. I don't think I want to. I don't think that's I don't think I'll be on the naughty step for not using everything. They're there if you want to use them. And yeah, I love it. I love it. I think that looks fab. I am going overboard now with the glitter. Now I've realised I can use the glitter, I am going overboard. So I think I need somebody to walk in now and say, right, Dawn, stop. Stop, stop, stop. And there's nobody walking in. So she continues. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. Right. Okay, so I'm not going to say bye now because I'm going to wait for this to dry. Then once it's dry, we'll come back. So yeah. Anyway, don't forget to check out our lovely Julia. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so we are all dry and here it is. How gorgeous. Oh, it's so cute. I absolutely love it. Oh, I forgot to turn that off. Oops. So yeah, how amazing is that? I just love it. I think that is just absolutely gorgeous. I wish the purples would show up better on the camera because the purples are just fab. I love the string. I just love everything. I'm so glad we put that extra piece of cardboard on because that really has made a difference to this piece. It's just absolutely stunning, isn't it? I love it. I love it. And that glitter, yeah, I'm glad that we ended up putting it on. I think if I was to do anything else to this, because I know I said I wasn't going to, but I think I would like to add some of the black soot around the edge. Yeah, what can I say? I think we need a border. So I've just got my blending brush here and we're just going to really darken these edges up. So just like so. And I think then I am going to call this a finish. So, you know, it's never finished really until you're 100% satisfied. But after walking away for a few hours, because it's been about 3 hours actually since I was recording it. So yeah, and I think from walking away, I love how dark that looks. In coming back, yeah, it needed that edging. It really did. So I just needed it to all be nicely framed. So I'm just going to go all the way around. Yeah, I think that some of the glitter might still be wet, but that's fine. We can deal with that. We can deal with it. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. There. I mean, how nice does that look? Right, just this corner bit. And then down this edge. And I think we are done. Yes. Oh, now we are finished, guys. Now we are completely finished. I love it. Oh, I absolutely love it. Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? So there you have it, guys. That is my make for Dawn and Julia Creates. I hope you've enjoyed it here. It probably has been a long one, so I do apologise. But I also hope that you have it, you know, you've got some inspiration from this. Go and check out our lovely Julia, because we are using the same products. Well, the same type of products, so it'll be interesting to see how she goes. She's totally going to guess that I've revealed the texture, even though technically I didn't reveal the texture. She has. She'll probably guess that I have gone with pinks and purples easily. Now with the colours to her, she's definitely going to do the texture. I think she's going to go with a broken toy instead of jewellery, and I think she might go with, I think lime green is going to go in there. I love it when she uses a lime green. She is amazing with that colour, and really, really bright pink. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see how right I am. I will be waiting at 6 o'clock when it goes up. So yeah, let's see how she does. You know, she's gonna absolutely nail it because she does it every single time. But yeah, anyway, thank you everybody so much for watching. Please do subscribe to myself, and please do subscribe to our lovely Julia. Also, please do give thumbs ups, and please do comment. It really does help our channels be seen. So if you could do that, that would be amazing. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy crafting. Bye.